Alright, so here is our last lesson for day 2, subtracting rational numbers. It says, jot down the process for subtracting fractions and decimals. When you subtract fractions, and I'm just writing this down for you guys to know, it's on your sheet too. It says find the least common denominator. And so you want to look at the denominators, and then it's really interesting that they're talking about it now because this page doesn't have any, but the pages before did. The least fractions, find the least common denominator, and then and subtract the numerator. So N over D. The denominator stays the same. Decimals, you just line up the fractions, or sorry, you line up the decimals, and it says insert a placeholder if needed. They really kind of didn't do too many more than one decimal, so just line up the decimals is the key. When subtracting, we will use the blank blank to add the opposite. Additive inverse. Inverse. And it says right here, rewrite the problem to add the opposite integers. Basically, if you have a great, I don't really know why they put all this there, but basically, you know this. If it's larger, you're subtracting, or you'll have a negative number. So this should be 9, 8, and plus 11, because you have two negative numbers, is negative 19. And then you would go through and do the same thing. I'm going to skip down to when we get here, because when you have two negatives, it gets you a positive. And then that means you have 2 plus 10 is 12. These are positive. 8 plus 17 is 25. Noticing that somebody's watching the show, it's a little loud, and hopefully you can get it turned down here in a minute. Anyway, so just make sure you add those. I don't really need to keep doing this. I think you guys will get that. The one thing I did want to make sure too, when you get down here and you have these double symbols, please make sure that you line up your decimals. If you don't line them up, it can really, it just really throws you off. So make sure you're adding them or subtracting and lining up your decimals and bring it down. And that's what a lot of kids forget. And go ahead and leave your decimal even if you don't, but just so you know, 9 is the same as that. So here we have that negative, negative again. So 8 and 2/10. So, and it should be plus 1 and 9/10. So that gets us 1/10. So we carry our whole group, and now we have 10. And you just keep doing the same thing. When you come down here, obviously now you have the negative number here is bigger. This will be a positive, so you'll actually have a negative answer. So I'll just do one of these, so you know. And then we're going to subtract this because even though this is positive, our negative number on top is going to give us less. It will make it less. So, and do not forget your decimal. So in this one right here too, just make sure that it's a negative. It's not just subtraction. You spent more than you actually had. Alright, I'll let you finish those. Check your answers in your answer key, and I hope you have a great night.